talking about what's happening in PVR because that one has unveiled its shiny new 11-screen multiplex in Lucknow's Lulu Mall, expanding its operations across 158 screens in Uttar Pradesh. In a conversation with my colleague Sumita, PVR CMD Ajay Bijli says that synergies from the Inox deal will be to the tune of around 225 crore rupees over the course of next 12 to 18 months.
Movie going is very, very normal for people in India. That's why I love the Indian market, and where there's a huge quantity of films that come as well as there is a huge consumption that happens. So I think, but you have to make it more and more experiential.
Right.
Because obviously otherwise people can sit at home and or any device they can watch movies. So if they come out of their homes, which is a big deal, but they're already going to the shopping malls. They're already eating, they're already shopping. And so therefore, the format that we create has to be experiential, where they say, wow, this I can't get at home. So which is the reason why we are trying various formats, the big screen, sound, projection system, Dolby Atmos, 4K projectors, laser projectors.
Right. So now let's talk about the brass tacks. Your deal with the Inox is almost finalized, but where do you presently stand on it? How many more days or weeks to go before that happens?
I think it's all done now. I think we got all the approvals. It's done actually, to be honest with you. There's very little formalities left now, but the merger is complete. We've got all the approvals in place.
Okay.
I think the incorporation, the new brand, the new company name, PVR-Inox, all that is in the process. So another 4 or 5 days, maybe a week, it will all be done.
Right. So from the branding aspect of it, what are you going to do with, for example, this superplex? Will the branding be changed to PVR-Inox, or will it just have PVR, or are you going to change the branding for the multiplexes that will come post this?
There are already 1,700 screens which are already in existence of the two brands. I don't think we'll be spending capital on rebranding, because 100 million people have been coming to PVR every year, 70-80 million people have been coming to Inox every year, pre-pandemic. Our brand has been in existence for 25 years. PVR has been in existence. Inox has been in existence. There's already a brand equity that is built. So therefore, these properties will remain the way they are. Going forward, we'll take a view how to brand the coming properties.
Right. So now that we're talking about the merger, it's the biggest in the country. Everybody's been talking about it, and how this will sort of change the fortunes of the multiplex culture, the multiplex industry. But if you could take us through the size of it all, how big is it going to be? What are your plans? What is your guidance, if I may talk about that? How many more theatres do you plan to sort of open? If you could talk about that a bit.
Well, one side of our business is joint at the hip with the film industry, and one side of our business is joint at the hip with the retail industry and the shopping center and mall development. There are some incredible mall developers like DLF, Phoenix, Prestige, Unity, Lulu, where we're sitting here. They've all announced plans to make more malls. So you'll be surprised to know we have almost 200 screens that are fit out just now in different parts of the country. But I don't normally give a guidance, but roughly anything between 100 to 150 odd screens is what we'll be opening every year.
So how much capex is expected to be?
Well, each screen costs roughly about 3 crores. So if you say 150, about 450 to 500 crores of capex is going to be spent.
And what synergy benefits can be expected from this merger? And is there a way to sort of quantify them?
I just finished a Kotak presentation in Bombay with all the investors. I wasn't expecting you to ask me the same questions, but you are. We've given a guidance of anything between 225 crore synergy in the next 12 to 18 months.
And what about the ticket prices? The ticket prices did go up a bit in the past couple of months. Are they going to, after this synergy, are they going to come down, or is there any scope of increasing them further?
I'm glad you used the word a bit, because from 2019 to 2023, actually our prices have increased less than inflation. So because people look at only some luxury formats or premium formats and they think that is a ticket price, but our average ticket price is nothing more than 230 rupees at the moment for the entire circuit.
What about the average occupancy levels?
We don't measure by occupancy. We look at the number of people who should be coming.
Okay.
But if you look at the South circuit, that has gone up to the pandemic level, pre-pandemic level. North, West and East, it's taking its time to pick up. That's about 60 to 70% recovery just now.
All right, that's Ajay Bijli exclusively speaking about the merger synergies, the outlook in terms of OTT, as well as what the plans are for PVR down the line. As we speak, that stock currently at about 1549.